Hey, let's go ahead and get started with a reading for you guys. I went ahead and pulled some cards, so let's go ahead and get started. There is an ending here. I do see that with this. There was some type of a message that came in for some of you. This could be about moving homes. You could be buying or selling a home. For others of you, it could be about a death in the family. Okay, yes, I will say that as well. But whatever this message is, it's the final, okay? Whether this is, for some of you, it could be a temporary ending. You could always go back, like, if you wanted to move back to wherever it is you wanted to go later, you could. For others of you, this is much more of a permanent ending, okay? I do feel like this is definitely part of the process that we are experiencing right now with Pluto now going retrograde. This is about death, decay, and destruction. It's about endings. It's about power and control and where our power lies. I do feel for a lot of you, you are going through maybe your stuff. You could be also selling off all of your belongings. You're having to do all the little intricate, the little detail work that you wouldn't normally do in order for you to get a return on your investment. Okay, so very important. I do feel like there's going to be some type of communication that comes in that could create some type of chaos. Again, I do feel like this is a couple of different stories that I am tapping into, and I'm really trying not to cry. But I do feel like there is some type of an ending when it comes to a death. There could have been a sudden death in the family, and I want to say my condolences to whoever this resonates with, okay? I'm not trying to be insensitive, but if you guys watched my video yesterday, I was a complete emotional wreck. And I feel that yesterday, not only was I tapped into the collective's pain on top of my own pain, but I was also tapped into the pain of the people the children's whose childhood trauma is just now starting. So, that video will be, it's timeless, So if you guys did not get a chance to watch that video, I could not, for the first time in my life, stop crying through an entire reading. And I almost didn't post it because it was so intense and I even felt so personal even for myself. But I showed a side of vulnerability that I have never shown before on my channel. And if you have not had a chance to watch that, you never know who might need to see that. So it's the ugly truth, and it's about childhood trauma. And I'm not even kidding. I couldn't stop crying. You guys, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this situation. And like I said, I do feel like for some of you, you are getting out of your comfort zone. You could be also going back to a place that you've already been before. Okay, for some of you, so you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. For others of you, you're going to a new place. All right, a place you've never been before. You're going through all these new experiences. There are going to be some delays, I do feel that, but there is the end of a tough cycle that is approaching at this time. I do feel like you will get messages, okay? There could be a message in a bottle. So I do feel like you are putting in a lot of work at this time, okay? You're needing to hold back. You're putting in a lot of work. I do feel like there is, a little bit of sadness associated with this. For some of you, if this is the death of a family member, you do need to find a mentor. You need to talk to someone. You need to reach out to a counselor, a therapist, a psychic, a astrologer. You need to reach out to somebody who is going to help you through this regeneration process, okay? Listen, if there was a death in the family, let's not play in the chaos and conflict, okay? Because I am seeing that here. Like, whenever there's a death in a family, there's always some type of drama that ensues. Let's just get in a fight with everyone else because we are angry and we are frustrated and we want to lash out on everyone else. This is not the time. This is not the place. Hold back. I know you're angry. I know you're hurt, and I know you're frustrated. For those of you who this is not a death in the family, which I think for some of you it definitely is with the Three of Swords here, it says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal over time. So I do feel like, you're going to have to tend to the details, tend to the small stuff. I do feel like this was a sudden death. I do not believe that this was something that, was long and drawn out. I feel like this could have been caused by, I see the horses here. This could have, and maybe a hit and run. Okay. Maybe somebody was under the influence. I mean, it could have been, because I do see that the law is now involved also. So however that happens for you guys, I just want to say my condolences. Please reach out to someone such as myself. You can always, reach out to me. I would be happy to help you through this. For others of you that this is not a death in the family, I do feel like this is about you moving homes, moving places, and you need to really start seeing things clearly and not for the illusion that you see, that you might see them through. For some of you, you're running away from the truth. You're not wanting to see things as they are. You're wanting to blame other people or blaming outside circumstances for your unfortunate events. And unfortunately, that's not going to solve this problem. That's not going to solve this issue. You can blame people. You can be angry with people and it's a bargaining tool. You're bargaining right now. This isn't going to be easy, you guys. I'm not going to lie. This isn't going to be easy. I want to read the number 15. Farewell, goodbyes, and closure. Forever and forever, farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, why, we shall smile. If not, why then this parting was well made. This card portrays a farewell, which might be a final parting or a temporary goodbye, a tragic loss, or simply a turn page that could be leading to a new future. The woman's sober expression gives us no clue as to the content of her envelope. A farewell message, yes, but one received or to be given. The rose suggests a possible lover's separation, but is it a final goodbye or a temporary one? Until next time. Either way, as any airport scene will demonstrate, departure lounges tend to be sadder than arrivals. The birds flying in the background suggest that a return is in the future. Our lives are a constant flow of farewells to people, places, and things, some with regret, but some with enthusiasm as they are replaced with new options. Lots of messages. I've got, all these different decks right here. We've got the communication is key. We see her with the envelope, and then we see this message in a bottle. Lots of messages coming through, you guys, and they're very painful ones. I'm definitely getting a mother here with the bear, mama bear. You could have Libra, Gemini, Capricorn in your chart. Does not have to be. You could also have Leo in your chart, Virgo, Scorpio. If this is your situation and this is a death in the family, I do want to say my condolences, and my heart goes out to you and your family. Death is not easy. We look at it like it's so permanent. And yes, on this earth, you don't have that physical body anymore to wrap your arms around. But this is a time where we need to really look at, all the death that has ensued all the way up until this point, and especially since 2020. We've had, what's been going on. We've been dodging landmines left and right. And with Saturn in Pisces, we now have, death, whether that's drugs, sex, alcohol, in prison, a prison of your own making, suicide, vaccinations, you name it. Like, people are dying from it right now. And death is not easy. Even if it is you were expecting it and this person's been on their deathbed and it's been long and drawn out, even then there's still pain associated with it. When it's like you wake up one morning and all of a sudden your world has been flipped upside down because you got that telephone call. Somebody is going to need help right now. They're going to need help. They're going to need a shoulder to cry on. Man, you know, this Pluto retrograde, Pluto rules death. Pluto stationed retrograde yesterday. And that's what I'm seeing here. Now, whether it's an actual physical death of someone that you loved, maybe for some of you it's a pet. For others of you, you know, it's the death of the life that you once shared with another individual, or the death of, you know, a living situation, or the death of a job, or, you know, we all go through, you know, endings. But there are also brand new beginnings. And, you know, when we grieve the loss of someone else, we're grieving all the memories that we shared with that individual, and we're grieving the plans that we had with them that we'll never be able to fulfill. We're grieving the things that we wish that we would have said to them while they were here. And we bargain with God. We bargain with the universe. We say, why, God? Why did you do this to us? Why did you take this person away from us? And the universe sounds quiet, doesn't it? Listen to the birds chirp. And God says, because you are a Lamb of God. I see that here, the Lamb of God. You were fierce, and you don't have to be strong anymore. It's like having the spirit of a lion, but the softness of a lamb. I'm going to leave that here, you guys. That reading I put out yesterday was definitely a very intense one. And today I'm doing everything I can to hold back. You can see in my eyes, there's just sadness. And I just want to say, like, I feel for each and every single one of you who are going through these experiences right now. And I just want to let you know that you are not alone. You know, we always say that these things would never happen to us. And then when they do, it's at a shock. My suggestion is to hug the people that you love tight. And if there's someone out there that you are estranged from, and you need to realize that life is short. We're all in line, and none of us are getting out alive. So say what you need to say. Tell people that you love them today. I love you guys all so much. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you are interested in that personal reading, thefootstepstopeace.com. Anyway, you guys, love you all so much. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under The Footsteps to Peace and Peace Unhinged Tarot. Take care.